I can start with this question. What made you start your podcast?
I feel like that I didn't have no one to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going through a very depressed stage. And like, even though I had Ariana, she wasn't really there mentally.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a one-sided thing.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
so
She has kids, right?
yep,
Yeah.
three kids now, and like she was staying with me, and like she was taking advantage of everything, and like
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck it, let's just do something different.
Right.
Spread I can speak awareness, and let's talk about what the fuck is on our chest.
Right. I
And
like that. Mm-hmm.
baby, when I tell you that healing journey, when you start speaking,
Just start talking.
yes,
I need to learn how to do that myself.
you
It's
definitely
just,
do.
I don't know. I guess growing up, it was just hard for me to express myself. Um, I grew up in the military. My dad was in the army for like 4 years. So when he came home, it was just, I think I was like 4, 5 when he came home.
Mm-hmm.
So um, he was very strict. I mean, I don't know what the army, the military be doing, especially back in the 90s. I can only imagine. So I don't know what he been through, but when we would get in trouble, we was never allowed to speak our side, to have an we wasn't allowed to have our opinion, I would say, because say, we're getting in trouble, he's yelling at us and whatever, and say for instance, let's just say who left the microwave open or whatnot. Say it wasn't you, and it's like, okay, but it wasn't me, so I'm gonna speak my voice. And I was like, okay, but before I could get 2 words out, here's my dad. Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. This is how it is. This is how it's gonna go. This, and that. And if we have something to say, we get smacked up or beat or something like that. So, um, just growing up in that kind of environment, you learn to just shut yourself down, not say anything. So I recently, like these past, I want to say a couple years, I've been finding my voice.
Mm-hmm.
I've been learning to speak up when um, I feel like something's wrong, when something bothers me. I don't do it all the time, but I'm trying to learn.
Yeah.
You know, been growing, living in a strict household for your whole life. I gotta rewire my brain.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's kind of like you were programmed that way. Like, you know how as kids we get programmed to be a certain way.
Right.
Like, you was programmed to keep quiet, just look around and don't say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You get programmed to, okay, for example, I only use my own experience for now. My mom had programmed me to feel like that I was less than.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it was kind of,
right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
with your
Yeah, I
dad.
understand that. Mm-hmm. Strict household.
Yeah.
Um,
Hey, mama. Hey. This is an old time friend, Abriel. This is Virginia.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, just now. Have you ever thought of just making a podcast or something? Because
You
it
want to
does.
know something? Me and my brother, like for years now, we've been talking about creating a podcast to just talk about, the struggles and of growing up in a strict household, on top of like the stories of, how we still had fun, how we still got around that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's nice that I had a brother. I had someone there to just like, cause he understands. Yeah. It's like we ain't gotta say too much. We ain't gotta explain, cause we were there. We just gotta give each other that look, and it's like,
yep, like yeah, we gotta go.
Like it's time to go. Well, I'm about to go. You wanna come with me?
True. Like I could definitely understand that. Let me see. I did have a question for you.
Okay.
Did not save. How do you cope with stress?
Um. Let me see. Well, I try not to get stressed out, but when I am, I might lash out a little bit, but then I eventually I'll take a step back. I'll say a little prayer, like God, give me strength, help me before I bust somebody up in their mouth. But hey, look, God already knows our hearts. Look, I gotta speak my heart. He already know that's what I'm thinking, so I'm gonna say it.
Right.
But yeah, I just try to talk to God a lot. I just try, to sit and ponder on both sides. When I'm ever say if it's like stress with another person, I try to understand their side before I, you know, I'm right, you wrong, this and that. I try not to jump to that. But I just try to pray a lot. I pray.
I too.
It's been helping me a lot. Talking to God. I write poems, short stories. I write music. I've been slowly. I actually just started recording some music. I've been making music ever since like high school and whatnot. But you know me, I was shy and
hey,
I didn't like to let people in. So it's scary showing your talent and whatnot.
You got a good voice, so why not?
Thank you.
Shit. Make sure you drop your handle at the end.
Oh, I definitely will.
Let me see. You have any questions?
Oh yeah, I do. What does your healing process look like?
Ooh, baby. It's the process of not allowing people to see that them weak moments. I refuse. That's one thing with me. I refuse to show that. So when I cry, I make sure I cry alone. But I only allow myself to cry maybe 2 minutes, and I get back up and move on. On them days when it's depressed and you sleep a lot, I still try to get up, but there's days when I can't. So I'm going to say when it comes to healing, you have to be reflective, insightful, because you got to know you best and what you desire. I'm going to say it's going to be up and down. There's days you're going to cry. There's days you're going to fucking scream. There's days you just don't want to do shit. But it's more about picking yourself back up each and every day and make sure you talk to God like you said. Make sure you let him know that you're grateful for every little thing that's in your life. No matter the trials or tribulations, no matter how bad and good it is. It's been my journey.
Oh yeah.
But what's been more helpful is helping and talking to other people so they know they're not alone.
Right. Yeah. And that's what you really don't see that a lot. When people go through their bad days and their bad times, they don't talk about it. They don't show it. And I think we should talk about it. We don't have to show it like, hey, look, I'm crying. See, what they do on social media nowadays. But yeah, it's nice to let people know that it's okay to have bad days. You're having a bad day. Sometimes those bad days could last weeks, months, couple years. It's different for everybody.
It's unknown.
Yeah, you never know. But I definitely want to show people no matter how small your stressors are or anything, it's okay to have those bad days.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it, but everybody goes through it.
Yeah.
It's
It should be talked about more because maybe
Mhm.
there are a lot of more people will want to come out
right.
and express that.
And just to show people like oh wow, I'm not alone in this situation. I didn't think there's a lot of times where I go through things and it's like yeah, I'm going through this, I'm stressed about this, I'm struggling right now, but there's the next person that's going through a lot worse or like a lot more than me. So,
Right.
why am I spending this time um, mourning or, you know, struggling? And, my situation is like this little compared to somebody's situation that's
Right.
like this big.
Right.
But, it's no matter how little or how big, people struggle.
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't matter.
true.
There's certain things that some people can handle and some people can't.
Right. How are you feeling at this moment speaking on
Mm, I want to say right now I'm kind of in a good place. I've been talking to God a lot more, like we were talking about before. Um, this it's been very trying for me this last few months. I'm not gonna lie, like even though like I feel like I'm struggling so hard right now, but mentally I'm at a great place. So like I'm not really phased because it'll pass.
Yeah.
God gonna see you through.
Yeah. Yes,
He
ma'am.
gonna come through when you on that last little thread.
Oh yeah.
He always do.
For real, he do.
But yeah, I'm pretty good. For the most part.
I'm glad to hear that.
My daughter's healthy. She's turning 3 in November. So.
Shit. Was Scorpio?
It's
Shit.
crazy. She was born she's born on the 21st, so that's like the very first day of Scorpio season. So she still has some Sagittarius traits in her. That she's a mess. She's all over the place. I love her to death. But
Them
I
babies
swear
be
she be
having good
trying
personalities.
me. hmm Let me see if I have a question for you.
When the last time you spoke to Kayjana?
I actually texted her recently. She had swiped up on my Snapchat story and said, when she comes back to Omaha and she wants me to do her hair. So yeah, that'd be nice. I don't really talk to her much, since she's moved out. But every once in a while we still, keep in contact. Like, oh girl, I see you. Okay,
Got
you looking good.
She be look good.
You looking good.
Be like gorgeous. She be like, thank you, baby. Shit. I love her. My love ain't gonna change for either one of y'all. And that's gonna be honest. No matter where we go in life.
We always tap in and stay in touch.
We got to. That done got bad. I ain't gonna lie.
No, we might have to plan a girls trip or something.
No,
to go see her.
For real. Went down there. She was actually not 2 hours from where I was a couple years ago. When I graduated college, I went down there to it was Tampa. I forgot which one she's in.
I don't know. I don't remember.
That's bad. We don't know. That's bad.
I just know she in Texas somewhere.
We gotta keep up with each other. That's bad. Let me see. Oh yeah, did you have a question?
Oh yeah. Why your name? Why the name Wisdom?
It's spiritual. When I feel like someone needs to, I've been in my spirituality too. So when I feel like someone needs to some advice, my mind be blank until I hear like a old voice speak. It's more like a past life type of thing, and like I feel like I'm old as shit because my mindset is old. Like it's more like A old
Got
soul.
an old soul.
Old soul.
I can see that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then like life experiences I've experienced made it that way even deeply
Mm-hmm.
than it was.
Okay, I like that.
So
Um, I try to listen. Look, I need to clear my brain because I try to, listen for that voice inside. But your
it,
mind be so crowded, just thinking about things.
and that's the thing too, is like I'm gonna give you a couple things. Go outside barefoot and just ground yourself. Sit out there, connect with nature, talk to
Mm-hmm.
deceased loved ones, talk to God, and constantly do it. And then, like, when you feel negative energy, because you know people's gonna send that. I don't know if you know this, but
Mm-hmm.
evil eye. People's gonna send that energy towards you times two.
Right.
So spiritual baths. You
Mm-hmm.
put sea salt in there, crystals. Um, what else? Essential oil, which lavender is good. And then you just use affirmations, wash all that off of you.
Mm-hmm.
There's multiple ways. Like, just also, I've been in isolation for years. So, isolation too, at times.
Yeah, that's what I need. I feel like because I live with my parents, and we always got something going on, and then it's hard when you have. Oh, careful. Um, when you have a toddler running around, you barely have a moment to yourself. But I love nature. I love going to the lake all the time and just, sitting in silence and just listening to things around me. If I need to get something out, I'll pray about it. I'll talk about it. I recently um, lost my uncle from kidney disease.
Sorry.
And it's crazy. I was in a process. I was like in the middle of writing this song, and I had got the phone call, and it's like that really motivated me. The song is called Divergence. It's my favorite
I
song.
heard that one.
Yeah. Um, I had to finish that song for him. So every time that song comes on, I think about my uncle, and it's like I have to just do it for you. He he was a very very amazing man, and it's sad because he never got a chance to experience true love, and he's he always have been there for any and everybody, and to see like the women he has dealt with and stuff like that, um just to see how females just use people. It's just
Sick.
yeah. So I try everything I do. I try to think about my uncle. It's like what would he do? How would he go about this situation? Because he would go about everything through love, and so I try to do that too. It says it in the Bible: "Do all things out of love,"
Out of love.
and you'll never, you can never do wrong if you do all things out of love. So
And the crazy thing about it is, even when you do all things out of love, you still get hurt.
well, you're still gonna get hurt. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
I try not to get my expectations up. I try not to get my hopes up in people, things, because they're bound to hurt you, bound to betray, and whatever. So I try not to think of it as okay, you're hurting me. You did this to me. You did this to me. I try to think about okay, well, what aspect in your life are you going through that made you do these things or whatnot. And then of course there's sometimes people are just horrible people. But there's a lot of the times where people act the way they act due to their struggles or how they were brought up and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know. I tried not to have any judgment.
Yeah, or grudges.
That's it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm gonna just pray for you and keep it pushing.
Exactly.
I ain't got time to be miserable and stressed over somebody not liking me or having an issue with me. I could give two fucks.
Right, because at the end of the day, you gonna do what you gonna do, baby.
I'll pray for you though. You can go ahead and be over there and not like me. I don't care.
What are your mental health red flags?
Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
I want to say, I guess, I don't like to talk about. I like to keep things bottled up
Can't do
until
that,
I
baby.
know. Trust me, I know. I learned the hard way. I try not to do that now, but I'm learning. I'm growing.
Man.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest one. Is I just keep things bottled up. Piggybacking off of what we talked about earlier, with growing up in a strict parenting. That's just how I grew up. My opinion. I don't have an opinion, so I keep all my feelings bottled up, and like I'm trying to get out of that.
Yeah. Have you ever tried to write everything on a piece of glass and just go to a lake and break it? Everything that you ever bottled up?
Haven't, but I do want to do that.
Should try that. So I've experienced what you said about bottling up, and I did some things that I was not proud of, especially towards my mother, after she passed. And I had too many. This does not leave a room, but it's gonna be on the podcast because, of course, transparency. I had too many. I was so angry, so depressed, and so lost. There was too many of her obituaries I had, and I kept seeing them. I was getting so pissed off, keep seeing them. So Ariana took me to the park, and I set them on fire. And it was like an energy stopped it. It blew the whole motherfucking stack of obituaries out from getting set on fire. The next you know, you heard a siren. We hurried up and got in the car and ran. And drove off. But the thing is, you can't be that angry, that in pain, and everything is just bottled up. Because if anybody knew the situation with her, it was not cool. It was, you met her, and she was mean as fuck when you first met her. It was not a good one. So the limit that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Don't ever bottle anything up.
Yeah, I'm learning from that as well as keep the company that that pays you. Be mindful of who you bring around.
Love who love you.
Yeah, who's been around in your life, because like for instance, old high school friends. Yeah, we were friends. We were friends back then, but now, they're not. It's like you realizing, okay, she's not really that good of a person.
Right.
So why would I keep you in my life so you can, potentially tarnish my character?
Right.
Because if I'm always seeing that, it's like, okay, well, I guess I could try it one time.
Right.
And, and then all of a sudden now you're doing it all the time.
Exactly.
So yeah, I try to keep my circle small and filled with positivity and growth. If we're not holding each other accountable, if we're not motivating each other to do better, then why are you here?
Exactly. It has to be reciprocated in every y'all think y'all do.
Oh yeah.
If it's, I'm gonna say the first time, that's shame on you. The second time, shame on me. But then you get a third time, what the fuck is we doing? Make it make
Third
sense.
time, you need to go to a
Beat the
mental hospital or
motherfucking feet. Beat them feet.
Yeah. Yes, I guess like me and my best friend, we've been friends since 7th grade. Um, not gonna lie, it's not like we weren't bad people, but we were very mischievous growing up. I guess for instance, there was this one time, just we just do stupid retarded shit. We made a whole comic book um of our science teacher. Fucking hate it. Anybody that went to North, if you know Miss Cooney, you know that Miss Cooney is a motherfucking bitch. but yes, Bill, we would do shit like that, make some funny ass comic strips about people, shit like that. We would do some dumb shit like that.
Shit, that's how kids be. That's how kids used to be back then.
But yeah, well, over the years we would grow, and it's like we can talk about that shit now because we don't do that shit no more. It's like we're growing, and that's how it should be. Grow together, learn together, build together.
Right.
It's okay if our character wasn't is the best back then,
Right.
but what matters is just where we are now and how far we came, and that's just what I want to do. I want to help people through their hard times.
Yeah.
Just be a guidance. Actually, want to be a foster mom. To help guide these kids. It's so crazy how early these kids are getting into gangs and the worldly, the fast life stuff.
Right.
And I kind of want to be a guidance, a guardian angel, if you will, for the kids that's lost. Those that don't have a good role model to look up to. Um, yeah, I just want to spread peace throughout the lives, and you really have to focus on these kids nowadays because eventually they're gonna be running our country.
Right.
We don't need no period poos and let me get a dime bag running this country.
Ooh, shit now. What you got planned after this?
Nothing. Go get my daughter from daycare.
Okay, we're gonna be going. I don't know if you will wanna come. We're going to events to get feet done. Because next week is my birthday. So
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
I'm gonna get a extended invitation out to you. We're going to. I don't know if who all is coming because motherfuckers want to act retarded, but they just gonna show up when they show up. We're going to Cheddar's at 5 p.m. on the 9th.
The 9th? What day of the week is that?
Wednesday.
I could possibly do that. What time?
5 p.m.
Oh, 5. You did say that. I will let you know. Because I get my schedule on like a weekly basis. So I'll know on Monday.
Okay. Sure, for sure. We're going to cut this short. And I want to thank Embrielle for coming in and speaking with me. And let her drop her handle. So
yes.
You have to follow.
You can follow me. Check out my SoundCloud. My name is Ambrielle, AMBRIELLE. You can follow me on Snapchat, _Pikachu, LIL_PI. However the hell you spell Pikachu, I ain't got time doing that right now. And then Instagram, __Pikachu, 2 underscores. And that's where you can find me.
All right. Now, like I always say, I'm out.
Peace. That was fun.